Welcome to my 6th field notes flip through. Yeah! I have a little Christmas tree here, it's a tiny one, because Christmas is coming up, so thought I'd get a little festive. So this field notes was done from July 10th to July 28th, so 18 days. And let's get into it. So sometimes for this I like to put just different things, but this was just writing about moving into a new house. In July, that was when we moved at the very beginning, so I would have been there for about a week. Fully settled in. It was pretty exciting. I sometimes will put just like little journal entries just about what's happening. This was a barbecue at my place, probably housewarming. Yeah, it was. And yeah, here's some books to read. I haven't read any of those books. I should really do that. Sometimes I like to look through my past books and look for things like that. This is talking about a coffee shop I went to in North Van called Nemesis. It was super cute. They had a mug here which I found at a store that I thought was really cute. I love when mugs go in towards the top, like it's, like this. I don't know why. I just think it is a better drinking experience. Here's some comics. That feeling when you want to be creative but don't have anything specific to be creative about. This was when I was getting really excited for Centaur World. It is a TV show on Netflix, animated, super silly. I actually haven't finished it, but it is good. It is funny. Lots of to-do lists. This was when I was trying to figure out all the different coffee shops near my house. There are not that many, so a lot of these are in different cities, so I just wrote how long it takes to get to each one of them. And most of them are over 10 minutes, but Prado is the closest one to me, so I like to go to that one. And these are the different cities that they are in, so I can just firsthand know where it's from. That's a dream I had, but it's kind of personal, so I'm just gonna cover that. This was when I went to Nelson the Seagull, and if you have never been, it is a coffee shop that is super cute, very warm tones. They have really cute mugs there. They have this letter writing club where people can get a drawer and then people will give them notes. I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much, but it looks super cool. And I love it. Every time I go there, I get so happy. So I wanted to do a little drawing of it. This was inspired by the Marshall and the Machines or something. The Netflix movie. Oh, shoot. Forget. But anyways, they have this sort of style for the writing, so I wanted to do something like that. And this is me just talking about how much I love the mugs, how much I like being there. I wanted to buy some sort of merchandise, but they were out of the mugs. So I looked at the t-shirt, but it was super big. And then I was like, maybe a sweater. I don't know. I have so many sweaters. So anyways, I was really loving it there, and I wanted something to remember it by. This is when I was doing a new workout. Just did a little doodle. Things that are magical. Nelson the Seagull, field notes, speckled mugs, artist movies like Finding Neverland, that one's great. Really good Earl Grey tea, which is probably what I was drinking in that moment. Playing the kalimba when feeling sad. And baths. Those are all very magical things. I had started art coaching for someone this week, so I was writing out ideas of what to start with and how to keep going. More books to read. Journaling. like to stick random stickers I find in here. This was from, I don't know, some alcoholic beverage that they were giving out for free. It was like samples of it. I couldn't drink it because there's sugar in it, but I liked the sticker. And so I put it in my journal. And this was another coffee shop called Cafe, which I go to a lot. It's near my parents' house, about like a 20-minute drive. And this day I was listening to the Paper and Staples podcast. A few people in the Field Nuts group made this podcast, and I am super picky about podcasts, but for some reason, this one in specific, I'm so engaged in it, and I love listening to it. So every time they come out with a new one, I am on it. But it usually takes a while, so it's pretty sad. So if you're listening to this, we would like some more podcasts. But anyways, yes, I was just listening to it, having a good day, some journaling. This was for a job I was doing, just writing notes on it. A lot of this. This is pretty funny. So if you're into D&D, I have not played a lot of it. Though I went to theater school, and I love acting, and I love getting into characters. So my friend and I started to do, it wasn't quite D&D, I forget what the other one's called. It's a simpler version of D&D. But we started coming up with characters, and giving them skills, and tools, and that sort of thing. So there was a raven with a hood who was a spy, lizard who's master of disguise. This was sort of like a band of thieves. A rhino, and she's like very large and sweet and not someone who you'd think would be in like a spy group. And there's a turtle who's a nerdy blacksmith. So yeah, that was pretty fun. I started getting into that, writing all their skills out. We haven't done that since, and that makes me sad because it was really fun. This is me freaking out about the new summer release, which was The Trailhead. I was very excited about this. After getting it and trying it out, I do love it, but I don't think lines are my favorite. Like, I love having the grids, and dot grid is fine too, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like to write that large on the lines. I have quite small writing, so usually I just ignore it anyways. This is like kind of in the lines, but not really. So, but I do love the book. More journaling about field notes, to-do lists. The Highland Games was coming up, and that was pretty fun. So I wanted to write it down so I would remember. So I'm not allowed to eat sugar, wheat, or dairy. And I went to a coffee shop one day, and I was very hungry, and I decided to eat a cranberry turkey sandwich, and let me tell you, it was amazing. And I had some tea with it, and it was a really nice moment, but right after I finished eating it, I definitely paid for it. Yep. But it was delicious, so it's a good memory. But I did write very dumb idea for doing that. Projects I wanted to continue. I start a lot of projects and I need to complete them. That is the hardest thing for me. That's why I'm writing these things out. I've started so many books. So I have a character book where you're figuring out stuff about your character and fun exercises and activities. So I have maybe 35 pages done for that, but I want to get to 50 before I print it out and maybe sell it. And then I have a sleuth book, which doesn't have a ton of pages so far, but yeah, I should keep working on it. And then I'm working on a Rapunzel game, which I need to test out. Probably do that with my friend Dustin because he knows games. So it was me thinking about going back to do another version of my Pocket Quest game. Yep. I was reading Harry Potter. I was talking about how this man at the coffee shop, he had a very nice British accent. He was older and like kind of looked like a professor or something. And I just love, 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 love listening to people with British accents, or Irish or Scottish, any UK accent basically. This was for my character book. I wanted to do some like what would your character do circle. So I started writing out the questions and then circled them for my own characters in my book I'm writing. So I'll just read you one just as an example. Oh no, your character is on the Titanic and it starts sinking. What do they do? A. Help get the women and children into the boat. B. Panic and jump overboard. C. Sneak onto one of the first boats. D. Grab all the fancy dishware. Or E. Other. So Reginald is a weasel. He's a very proper weasel character that I write. And so I made him grab all the fancy dishware first because he's very obsessed with fancy items. Red, because she is very selfish and self-motivated, she would definitely go into one of the first boats. Plus, she doesn't love water, so yeah. So there's a bunch of different ones. What Harry Potter house is your character in? Just fun things like that. So you kind of think outside the box of how your character is made up, even if it doesn't have to do with your story in particular. Yeah. And then things to fill out, like their favorite color, clothing, nature. Or these are all colors, I guess. I don't know if you know about the Enneagram, but that's kind of a fun thing to read up on for yourself, but also for characters to see what they fit into. Different favorites for them. Yeah, what's their motivation? Lots of character prep. Yes or no questions. More to-dos. Birthday page. This is all character prep and planning. Favorite recipe. Yeah. I haven't put these into pages yet, but I should look back at this and make them. Yeah. And more questions about writing. That was when my hair was super crazy and fluffy. When I do not straighten my hair, it gets kind of frizzy because it's very curly. And yeah, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Excuse me. And then I don't know why. Maybe I was reading Harry Potter, but I love Newt Scamander, so I was writing that he would be the best Hufflepuff. And then I also love Ron and Cedric. Yeah. Okay. Just random thoughts. And then I'm like, oh no, what field notes will I use next? It's always a really fun part of the process is figuring out what book I'm going to use next. So yeah, that is my 4th book. Thank you so much for watching with me. I'm sorry if the lighting got a little bit weird. The window is right here. But yes, just keep tuning in. Every Monday I'm going to post a new one. And we'll just keep going through them till I fill it up. And then I'll probably just film them once I finish my next book. So thank you for watching. Bye!